Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, what's your name? You was good.
Thank you very much. Veronica.
Veronica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you come to these networking events often?
I come here quite a bit,
Oh.
I try to go to as many as possible because I'm trying to build my network and branding.
Girl, me too.
It's not hard. It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm tired of working for somebody else. I'm trying to get
Girl, tell me about it, honey. I am all about entrepreneurship. Because, I just, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because I like consider myself a jack of all trades.
Me too.
For real,
We be sisters.
7 streams of income.
Okay.
Here we go, 7 streams of income. I'ma get my coin.
Okay.
Girl, what you do?
A little bit of everything. Okay. Just in case you're a little bit hungry,
Oh.
I bake. Now I deliver too. I drive an Uber, so it makes sense.
Oh, it do make sense because you can deliver it while you driving the Uber. Girl, I like the way you think. Hold on. So, okay. So
I'm a DJ.
You a DJ?
DJ. If your phone cracks,
Oh.
I fix phones. I fix the screens.
Girl,
I also do makeup.
You see what she got on? Girl, she always comes to these networking
I was
events.
just about to say that song with that green dress on last song. Like, honey, no, you don't have any friends. Well, actually, she do have some friends. They're just not good friends.
Yeah. They try. You need to do her makeup. You need to give her one of your cars, honey.
Kim.
Yeah. Do you got any makeup with you?
I ain't trying to do no makeup now because she don't want a discount.
Oh.
Nah, she need to fix her phone and bake, and maybe I could work something out.
Okay.
If she take those services.
Girl, yeah, you know what though? Whenever she comes, she always make the energy real bad. But I come prepared for stuff like that.
Yeah, what do you do?
Girl, I'm a spiritual healer.
I knew it was something about you.
Girl, I knew that the feng shui was all for here, honey.
Girl,
So
I need you to cleanse this energy.
Girl, I do that and I read palms.
Okay. So you can tell me when my business is gonna pick up a little bit.
Oh, let me see your palm, girl. Okay, you just need a little bit of lotion, but it's okay.
You trying to be funny.
I'm just saying that's what the spirit told me.
Don't be funny.
Okay, let me see what's going on here. I'm oh, girl, it's saying that you're going to have 7 streams of income by the end of this year, girl. Hey.
See, everybody talking trash about everything that I do, and I knew it was going to come together.
Because you're smart, girl.
See?
I'm smart, too.
I'm smart.
I'm just not a spiritual healer.
Oh, what else you do?
Girl, I'm glad you asked. I sell these herbal vitamins. This is for anybody who's trying to grow their hair, their nails, and keep your
my nails.
Yeah, girl, I sell these, so just you can cash at me.
Okay, you get a discount.
No, I ain't giving no discount.
Well, the girl is sisters.
Girl, I ain't giving no discount. Yeah, I mean, but I just do a little here and there because I'm trying to have my businesses off the ground. But see, I still do work at Target.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
It's temporary.
I answer phones. But while I'm answering phones, trust and believe, I'm pushing my baking business, honey. Fixing phones back there.
Okay, so fix phones.
Yeah.
Girl.
Crack. It's stalling.
Oh.
I got all that. I got all that. All that. Okay, hold on.
What's that?
Oh, I'm a DJ.
Oh, a DJ too?
Yeah, that's my speaker,
Oh.
Because, in family events, they don't need all that equipment.
Okay, so you only do it on the weekend?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what did they name? I mean, that ain't too bad, I guess.
Yeah, where your phone at?
My phone, well, girl,
Okay, yeah, I got everything right here.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, girl, listen. Whenever you are in the need for a good book, because I'm an author too.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a copy of my book since I couldn't give you a discount on the vitamins.
Okay, it's not hardcover.
Well, it's not even a finished book yet. It's more like a pamphlet. But I'm going to keep working on it. I stopped at page 69. But the next book is going to have like everything because I had to, I didn't have that much time because I'm doing a lot of different things. I got my hands on a lot of different projects.
I see you.
But yeah, you can have that's the first copy of my first book.
Well, you need somebody to do your makeup. That's none of that headshot.
You do makeup? Girl. Girl,
I was just
girl,
you.
Girl, thank you so much, girl. Listen, if you ever know of anybody who needs a good carpenter, I carry these things around for emergencies.
You should, because you holding that kind of feminine life. You sure you know how to use that?
Yeah. I fixed something at my mother-in-law's house. I don't know what it was, but I know that works.
All right.
Because I've been just doing carpentry work here and there on my off days, which I don't get many of because I pastor a church on Sundays, every third Sunday down on Metropolitan.
Okay. I teach modeling classes too.
You teach model, girl. I've been always wanting to model.
The neighborhood kids, they love me.
Everybody tell me I look like Beyonce.
Oh, we can work with you. We can work with you. I mean, I haven't worked in 15 years, but honey, what I know never gets old.
Okay. So, do you know about that model that they got in Atlanta down here? Her name Cairo Williams.
The one that got like 10 certifications on this, and that.
Girl, she thinks she know everything because she modeled for Maybelline. But let me tell you something. I may have not modeled for Maybelline, but listen to this. My coworker does Mary Kay, and she took a picture of me and she showed it to everybody in her job.
Maybelline worthy.
Okay. So that's one thing when I see Cairo next time. I'm going to tell her that I really don't need her classes because I get a lot of likes, I get a lot of follows, and I get a lot of comments.
Well, I hope you don't say that when her manager around. You know that bald head man, Phil Whitey Limited.
Child, you do makeup better than he do.
Get blend down.
Okay, well, give me a because I'm a paramedic and I got to go, child. Okay. I'll see you later.
All right, you.
Okay, girl.
Right,
I'll see you, honey.
Bye, honey.
I'm sorry, y'all, but we had to do it. We are back this week. And the topic this week is Jack of all trades, master of none.
She do it all.
Child, they do it all. Especially in Atlanta, they do it all, honey.
And none of it related to one another.
I get so sick of that.
That's what makes it funny.
No, it does make it funny. Like, I like to take Uber, okay? So when I get in the Uber, I see like 100 million cards. And I'm thinking that they about to hand out somebody else's cards. No, those are all the businesses they got, you know. But hold on, before we go any further, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves before we keep clowning, because we already started clowning before we keep clowning. Who are you, Miss Thing?
Well, I am Cairo Williams.
Oh, I heard about you.
I'm a YB Limited model and brand ambassador. Creator of Clock and Flow Posing Runway Method. Former Maybelline model, Calvin Klein runway model, and current face of Tokyo Fashion Express in Japan.
Ooh, about Japan, Miss Thing.
Yeah, Japan.
No wonder why they talk about you down at the network events. Well, I'm Philip Washington, and I'm the owner of YB Limited. And YB Limited has the country's first and still today only full-service mobile glam squad. So we do hair, makeup, photography, and wardrobe. Okay. And then from there, we started working with the likes of models like yourself, and we developed YBL Model Management. So that's why we manage you. We manage Hannah Moore as well. We manage very experienced models, and we teach up-and-coming models. Right?
Exactly. That's one thing that's great about Clock and Flow is that either you can be an advanced model, an amateur model, or someone who just wants to feel better in their body. I actually give you a technique that will teach you different poses and different angles. Now, one thing that's different, I'm not only teaching you poses that I do for you to mimic, there's an actual method behind it so that you will find your own angles that work for your body. I can't give away too much, but just check out the clients' reviews. They're loving it and coming back, so I'm really, really happy about that.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
And one of the other things you teach, too, you kind of touched on, and I don't know if it's level 1 or level 2 because you have different levels for Clock and Flow. But you also teach about kind of what we were talking about with the whole staying focused, the business side of things.
Right. That's the introduction into modeling class. I do offer that as well. I teach you everything from what you prepping. Once you're at castings, what do you do? Once you're on set, different things that I teach you about the modeling industry that you can't find on Google because you need to be experienced and have experienced these things to know
So you're not gonna Google yourself to death with all the information? I mean,
No,
you can start there.
You can start there. I mean, I always say start there because you'll find like the basic questions, but everything else you need to be in class. You need to train, and this is not just a model coach mentor telling you that. You need to train the casting directors, the clients. They're all looking for a resume to see who you have trained with, if you train at all, if you're taking yourself serious.
So you mean to tell me on my resume I can't have car mechanic / pastor / shoe salesman /
No, this doesn't mean list everything from high school when you were in the band to your college jobs.
And I know a lot of people.
It needs to relate. Like, for example, I model, so it would make sense that I'm a model coach.
Well, that's a whole nother video.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Model coach. I am also a mentor for teens. That makes sense because I'm still pulling in the experience that I know from modeling, different things that young girls want to know about, like skin, hair, body care,
self-image, which is a really big thing.
Yeah, all that wrapped up into one. So it needs to make sense. People, you can't be a mechanic and a makeup artist and a construction worker. It's like, how do you have time to make
anything work?
Like,
which one of those things making money is what I always want to know.
I think you know what I always imagine? I imagine little bitty eggs from all of them just going into one basket. So you got like these 10 things with a little bit of money.
A little bit of money. Like, I follow Coach Reed Williams, and she talks about things like this. That these things have to make sense. Like, you have to become known and good at one thing first. Like, you became known and good at being a model first. Right. You have 10 plus years in the industry. I became known as a makeup artist first. And then from there, everything naturally and organically kind of grew. But it wasn't like I was trying to start like 18 businesses at one time. Right. You know? And even with YB Limited, the Mobile Glamour Squad, and YB Limited, the Model Management, those are two things in the same pool.
Right.
Yeah, these things don't even be in the same river or ocean. Like, some of these people's stuff, it just be so scattered.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have time to like groom each one of them if you have 10 different things. But if you have like just a select few that are within the same genre or whatever, you're going to give yourself time to research or practice and all that so you can get as good as you possibly can. Then you move on to the next one. I mean,
and organically, like the spirit will lead you to where you go next.
Right.
And it's supply and demand. So, you know, you'll know.
What do you mean by supply and demand? Did you say that a lot? Yeah,
supply and demand is this. I may try something, but if ain't nobody checking for it, they ain't demanding it. So stop trying to supply it. Yeah.
I learned that lesson a couple of years ago. I tried something. My heart was in it, and I actually thought it was a good product that I was offering, but the general public wasn't interested. So I had to let it go.
You have to. If it's not making no money, it's not making any sense.
Exactly. So people, please bury some of this stuff. Because that's all it is, stuff.
Yes. And the other thing is, too, let me make it clear, because, you know, somebody's going to try to come for us. Let me make it very clear.
They're not listening to
They're not listening, so I'm going to just make it real clear that we're not saying that you can't be anything you want to be. We're not saying that, because I believe in YB Limited. What we are saying is that become good at one thing. Know one thing first, become an expert at one thing, and naturally, organically branch out into several different things. Beyonce did not step on the scene doing movies, singing, acting, modeling. She didn't step on the scene doing those things. She stepped on the scene with Beyonce in it.
Right. You're trying to be funny.
But the public
skills were.
But her singing skills were great, and then the public demanded more her, and then demanded other things from her, and then that's how she grew. So that's how it goes. All right. So how are they going to find you so they can clock and flow?
Well, you can obviously find me by contacting my manager, YB Limited, Philip Washington. Or you can check me out on Instagram under Clock and Flow Model Coach, or Facebook, Cairo Williams. Some of you know me as CC, same girl.
That's right. And you can find YB Limited YB Limited Online, which is spelled the letter Y, the letter B, the word limited. And at all social media at YB Limited. Okay? So, until next time, I want you to always remember to ask yourself what? YB Limited!